Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Josie's over in the camper this morning. But seems like it's been a long time no see. It's only been a few days. I've skipped Wednesday and Thursday's videos. It's just been too cold. We had 3 days of single digits, low single digits, and I just been coming out feeding and breaking ice, getting water, whole lot of getting water. Been doing that 3 times a day, once in the morning, once usually after lunch, and then once again in the evenings. And that's kind of been my life for the last 3 days. We've not done any side activities hardly at all. We've not come out sleigh riding or anything, which we've not got enough snow. There's not enough snow hardly to do any sleigh riding right now. Just a dusting on the ground. I don't know if you guys can see. There's snow on the ground, but it's not very much. You can tell there. Seems like the only place we do have a whole bunch of it's over here on our hillside, coming up from the house. So even yesterday was our coldest morning. It got down to 1, and I had to not tell Josie the whole truth yesterday morning because it was just too cold. It was like super cold yesterday morning. And so I told her, my wife's been parking her car up here at the barn because our hill is solid ice again. And she don't like, you can get a run at it and get up it, but she don't like doing it. She's scared to death. She'll get halfway up and it'll stop. So she just parks up here and walks up here and gets her car because they've had school. Well, she's had school. They're doing those NTI days. The boys are staying home, but the teachers have to go in and report. So she's been having to get up and go to work. And so she's been parking her car up here. So yesterday morning when it was so cold, I told Josie I had to come up and start Granny's car for her. And I was going to be a minute and let it warm up. So I come up, started the car, but I didn't tell her the whole story. I went ahead and fed and done all the waters and all that stuff also. So she didn't mind. I thought she might throw a conniption fit, but she didn't. I'd stop in and check on her. And I mean, she was with my wife. She was fine, but I was just making sure she wasn't throwing a fit. Some things that's happened here the last 3 days. The first 2 days was fine. Yesterday morning, come up here and no water. Oh, so that's froze up somewhere. I think it froze up. There was a spot where I run the water line underneath my porch, underneath my front porch. My front porch used to be like a deck, had decking boards on it. And last summer I tore a bunch of it off. It's kind of a long story, but my house just has a real tall crawl space. But on the front side of that house there, the footer actually stepped up, and it was only about 2 foot tall, maybe 3 foot tall. But not last summer, 2 summers. It's before I started the videos, so it's been more than 2 years. I got in there, I dug all that out, and tore the old footer out, jacked the house, just, kind of put it up on stilts and jacked it up, held it up, tore all that footer out, and redone the footer and dug all that out to where the whole thing, my whole crawl space now is roughly about 6 foot tall. But when I did that, I had to take that front porch out, and so I could dig around there, get it big enough to get my footer in, and I filled it all back in with gravel. So when I run that water line, I tied in right there at the front of that porch and come through that gravel. There was one spot where I left the decking boards where the door's at, and I couldn't get in there. So it's kind of shallow right there, and I think that's where it's froze up at. But my intentions was I was eventually going to pour concrete there on that front porch, and then we went up with Josie, and things happened, and I never did get back to that project. That project's a project that's going to have to get done sometime. I still have that little part of that decking board on there, and it's all got gravel there, and it's all smooth and everything, but it needs finished up. But I think that's where my water line froze up at anyway. Those right there underneath where that it's about a 6-foot part of that decking board still there. And it was just kind of shallow, and I think I didn't get it covered up good enough. And I think that's where it's frozen up at. But today, other wind blowing, it's supposed to get above freezing day. First day we've been above freezing in probably about 5 days, I think. So the wind's blowing, it's making it feel cold, but it is supposed to get up to about 38, and the sun shining, just the wind blowing makes it feel cold. But hoping it'll thaw that out today. Hopefully. I don't know, the sun don't really hit right there, so I don't know if it'll get to it. Tomorrow's only supposed to be 30, but then after tomorrow it's supposed to warm back up. We're supposed to get back up into some 40s. I think in about a week from now they're showing a 50, so I'm hoping that'll hold true. It's kind of where we normally are, 40s and 50s during the day, freezing at night. So hopefully we're getting back up to some normal temps. All the animals is hung in there. Kind of got an issue this morning with not with animals, but with my rabbit water bottles. That heater I got in the camper, I guess it has a safety feature on it. If you don't turn it off, turn it on, or do something with it, after, I think it's probably around 36 hours or something, I guess it's a safety feature to cut itself off. And I didn't fool with it much the last couple of days, and it cut itself off last night, so all the rabbit water bottles froze this morning. So I got them laid in the sun. I may wind up, they're actually thawing out. They're thawing out, but I may have to take them down here to the house and put them in the front of the wood stove or something, because some of the ones that's not got very much water in it may thaw out fast enough. At least I can get a couple of them to let them have a drink anyway. But man, all the ice. Show you these barrels over here. Get my little hatchet, just show you guys. Like I said, 3 days it being this cold, everything is froze hard. All the animals' water's been just a pain in the butt. Coming up here yesterday and not having water to spigot has been aggravating, to say the least. Had to pack water from the houses. I mean, that's I thought I hit 2 right there. I don't think I did. I mean, that's everything's rough solid. So yeah, I know there's a lot of places probably a lot colder than we are. I know some of you guys have commented up in Minnesota, Michigan area. I've seen y'all's comments, a negative 18 and stuff like that on the wind chills. Put my axe up. Yeah, we've not got that bad. I think there was one day there where the wind chill was pretty low, but it's really not been. It's cold, but it's not been that bad. Nothing bad. All my girl goats, they're all still pregnant. Nobody's had babies, so I'm happy for that. Hopefully they'll go get a couple more days anyway to get into that warmer, a little bit warmer weather, so it's not so cold. But I got this morning. I got all the feeding done up here. I gotta go down and feed the cats and the chickens, and those girl goats. I've already got their waters down there. That's another thing, that it got so cold that my basement, it's not heated, but my water heater's down there. Because one side of it, that side that was already tall, I went ahead and had concrete poured in that when I done it, because I built it myself. I had concrete poured down there. I put my hot water heater down there, so the hot water heater keeps it warm. And but it got cold enough yesterday morning that the chicken water buckets that I had down there, they didn't thaw out because they was already froze, and I put them in there, and usually they thaw out. Well, yesterday morning they didn't thaw out. So it was, which I had them sitting in the floor. I think if I had them hanging up, they probably would have probably not not stayed froze, they would have thawed out. So might be something I'll look at in the future. If it gets that cold again, I might have to hang them up a little higher and get them up off the floor. But yeah, that crawl space / basement, whatever you want to call it. We call it a basement, but it's really a tall crawl space. It usually stays warm enough I can put stuff in there and it won't freeze up. But yesterday morning, yeah, the water bottles they didn't thaw out. They thawed some, but not enough that you get them apart and get the ice out or anything like that. So they was froze pretty solid. So it's been an aggravating couple of days. But we didn't do any filming because it was just run outside, get some wood on the back porch, feed the animals, water the animals, get the animals took care of, and back in the house. And that's kind of what the last 3 days has been. I've not kept Josie outside very much at all. I said yesterday morning I didn't even bring her out at all. She didn't come out until after lunch. It warmed up. I think it got up to 18 yesterday. But I didn't bring her out until after lunch, and still didn't stay outside very long. But she's been fine. She don't complain about the cold weather. But I'm gonna finish feeding these other animals. I just want to give you guys a update on kind of what reason I didn't do 2 videos this week. I didn't do Wednesday or Thursday. If I can get a short, today is Thursday. If I can get a short out, I'll get a short out tonight. But I didn't do one last night. But just let you guys know where we're at. I have uncovered my wood. I did stack up this stack that was all piled up along this fence. I got it stacked up. That way the sun can hit it. I tried to got a piece of metal on it and this old raggedy tarp on part of it. So I can kind of get this wood dried out because we're getting pretty low myself. And then some of this I might be able to use for the people I need to take wood to. We got a stack here that's ready, but it got, I mean, you can see it's got little, I don't know if y'all can make that out, it's got little ice crystals on it. So I kind of took that tarp off and let the sun shine on it a little bit. Took the tarp off this pile, which this pile's done good. It's got a new tarp on it. It don't have any ice on it. Those tarps, where they're so old, even though I had 2 of them on there, it still let moisture get in there to that. So I took the winds blowing today with the sun. That'll help dry that out. And this side of this stack, you can see a little bit of snow there on that, just because the tarp didn't go all the way down. But yeah, that's where we've been at. That's been what we've been dealing with here the last few days. But I'm gonna go down here and get Josie out of the camper here and see. She probably done got her clothes off now. I turned that heater back on in there, so should be warmed up. I got a couple rabbit bottles in there. I'm gonna see if they're thawed out, so I can get these rabbits some water. I know every one of them's jumping around like they want to drink. So I'm gonna get that done. We'll get back to you guys here in just a little bit. All right, everyone. We're back up here. It's after lunch now. Let it warm up a little bit more, but we got all the waters and everything situated today. Show you something real quick. I'm thinking about it. Got all the rabbit waters. I had to take them down to the house. I just put some hot water in the sink and set them down in there. They thawed out pretty fast. But it has warmed up. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but I know it's well above freezing. But water started working again, so yay for that. But we've not done nothing here in the last little bit. We're gonna go ahead and clean out this rabbit cage over here. It's got those 3 babies in it, and plus the mama. There was 5 babies. One of them, the nesting box, was sitting in this corner. Squirrel's in behind the nesting box and froze to death when it's pretty small still. The other one just died. I don't know what happened to it. We're gonna go ahead and clean them out. There's a big, she was pooping in the nesting box and right in here, so it needs cleaned out. And I'll probably go ahead and clean Rose out too while we're doing it. We're gonna clean them out real quick. I'll just set y'all up on time lapse. We've showed this before. I just shovel it out, throw it in the wheelbarrow. So Josie's wanting to play with baby rabbits, so we're gonna stick the baby rabbits in here. We'll stick mama rabbit in there, and we'll set you guys up. Uh-oh, hit a bump. Hit a bump. Wait a minute, I was going to. Gotta open the gate. Why are you trying to go over it? Why didn't you go around it?
That's okay.
Alright, good job. You done a good job there. Over there. Okay. Alright, well, that didn't take very long at all. Probably went about 10 seconds on time lapse. But I'm gonna go over here and we still got about an hour and a half or something before we have to do our evening feeding. I'm gonna saw a little bit of that wood. I still got that little chunk. There's probably 2 loads there or something other. Left saw the ends off of still. What?
It's one of these arrow things.
One of them aerial things.
It's a seashell.
It's a seashell? Oh, cool. But I'm gonna go over and saw some of that wood. I won't bore you guys with that. We'll get back with you here in a minute. Feeding time, I'm gonna take some straw down there to the girl goats and make sure they still got plenty of bedding in there. Look, I mean, they still got some, but just gonna throw a little bit more in there and make sure they're all right. Somebody's wanting to pack it. Oh. Yeah, some bedding. We're down. Oh.
I mean, you can do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, take some of it over there. Whoa, careful. Yeah, you tripped.
In the hay.
Yeah, you tripped in the hay. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I'm okay. Now for some more.
No, that's all. I didn't bring a whole bunch. Just right a little bit.
We have some more.
That's all I brought right now. About positive she's gonna go first. One of those two. She's starting to get pretty big. Yeah, they're trying to hay out all pieces, ain't they?
Well, I can climb on it. Let's go.
I gotta shut the gate. Not sure where she's going. On the side, ain't they? You trying to get up there?
You please help me get up.
Go, go.
How I get down?
Oh, how you gonna get down?
What about I climb down?
You climb down. Whee! Alright. As y'all seen, all the girls, all them's doing good. Little group of boys over here, including Mr. Rooster. They're all doing good. They're eating their hay a little faster than everybody else. Mainly because they're getting on top of it and just rolling around. Those two. But they're all doing good. Andy still seems kind of calm. He's not been acting stupid when I come in here. So that's a good thing. We'll go over and check on Gary and Bella and the calf. You see Gary and Bella over there. They're doing fine. Still not really seeing much action out of them. Like I said, I don't know. If I see her come back in heat one more time, I'm going to pull her out and separate them for a little bit and put them back. Not sure if that's what I had to do last time. So let's see. Mr. Steer there, he's doing fine. He's still ornery as all get out. Couldn't find his bowl this morning. It wound up his way down in that corner over there. I don't know if he's picking them up, biting them and picking them up, moving them around. If he just shoving them around, I ain't sure what he's doing. But that's where I can't hardly find him half the time I come in here. But he's doing good. Josie's mowing the grass in the snow. But watch him. He don't really deal with Gary too much. Gary may have got him. But he will try to. Oh, Bella jumped at him.
What happened?
Bella's running that calf off. They're gonna fight over there. Cat over there with them. We gotta go feed the rabbits. That's the only thing I got left to do. Feeding the rabbits, and y'all seen over half of them already, but the rest of them's doing fine. They all, like I said, the water's not froze today. It's still fairly warm right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but there is a wind. The wind's kind of chilly. But tomorrow the high is only supposed to be 30. So we gotta run and get some feed in the morning. Or sometime tomorrow. I don't know if in the morning or not, but we gotta run and get some feed. And the next day is supposed to get up in the 40s, and it's supposed to be in the 40s for probably the next look like a week or so anyway. First my app on my phone would go out, look like we was gonna be in the 40s, at least the 40s and 50s. So we're gonna get in some thawing, and it's probably gonna get pretty nasty. Not giving any rain or snow or anything like that, so that'll help. Like I said, this ground does dry out pretty fast, but it is going to get nasty, that's for sure. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, we didn't get to. I missed a couple this week, and it's too cold to get outside. I told y'all, boy, it gets below 20. I don't want to be outside in it. No more than I have to. I mean, I gotta get out and feed, and gotta get out and get the water and stuff for the animals and things like that. But I don't like being out in it if I don't have to be. But we'll try to get back on track. Look like the weather's going to kind of work with us a little bit, getting back up to where we normally are for this time of year. Like I said, we don't normally get this cold for very long. Usually just maybe a week sometimes. I think last year we got this cold for almost 2 weeks. Usually don't last long, so maybe we'll get back on track here and get some weather to work with us, cooperate with us. And, but appreciate y'all watching, and we'll catch you guys on next one. Let's say bye.
Hey, no, not that way.
That's the way I got it doing right now.
Hey, stop!
She's confused. See, you can't see it that way. It's looking that way. Bye.